Another day in the neighborhood. Amazing stuff happening around the world. There was always amazing stuff, along with the challenges of everybody. I'm Tom Young, and I'm here for AnchorFM.com podcast called Money Shifts and Facebook Live at the Family Money Farm Group. So here we go. And every day when we get started, we offer our prayers for everybody in the world. Literally, everyone is being challenged in some ways more than others. And we need to be aware of that and offer our prayers for everybody. We need to pray for those who have lost loved ones. And the loved ones who have been lost, we need to pray that the Lord would open his arms and gather them into his kingdom of heaven above. In Jesus' name we pray. What are you grateful for today? There's my question. What are the three things you wrote down this morning that you are grateful for? We all have to add to and develop and have a positive attitude of gratitude every day of our life. By starting out each day with a positive thought, a positive attitude, it makes the day go much better. Typically, if you don't start at the highest level of positive attitude in the morning, the day gets kind of challenging sometimes. And I think we've all had those days that, boy, by the end of the day, we were glad it was over. It just what it was. So we need to be aware, controlling the positive thoughts that are going on in our mind are so important. Today's topic, we're talking about the war of the lifestyles. Your current lifestyle puts your future lifestyle at risk. And what do I mean by that? Well, your current lifestyle is your everyday standard of living. How you spend your money, the things you buy. Do you save first? Do you pay yourself first? Or do you pay everybody else first? And then you get what's left over for savings long term. You always have to consider paying you first, saving money first. If you don't do that, you will not have a future lifestyle that you're hoping for. Your future lifestyle will just be a continuation of your current work every day, never being able to retire. Had a great conversation earlier about that word retire. Does that mean you get tired over again? I don't know. That's the thought in my mind. Do I just get tired over again? Because when you reach that magical time, for whatever reason, you decide you don't want to work, or you simply can't work because of physical challenges, what is your lifestyle? What is your lifestyle going to look like? Have you prepared? What have you done? Let's start with a quote today. Again, we're talking with Henry Ford, the creator of assembly line manufacture, and on and on. Most people spend more time and energy going around problems than trying to solve them. That is so right. We try to avoid problems when really problems are the things that make us better by. Challenges in life are things that come along that help us to learn how to grow. You're either busy being born or you're busy dying. Personal growth is not optional. Either you decide to grow you into the person you want to be, or the world will grow you into the person they want you to be. A great lady, I talk about Jody Victor, a man that has had such an unbelievable impact on my life, and his wife, Kathy. This is from a part of a talk that I heard her give, and I made some great notes. But I just want to share a little bit of it with you. Don't fear change. Be willing to sacrifice pleasure for opportunity. Dream big. Plan your priorities. Dream every day. Behind me is infinite power. Before me is endless possibility, and around me is boundless opportunity. Why should I fear? Focus on people. Be likable. Show others that you care. Remember that everyone's name and be generous. Wanted. More to improve and fewer to disapprove. More doers and fewer talkers. More to say it can be done and fewer to say it's impossible. More to inspire others and fewer to throw cold water on them. More to get into the thick of things and fewer to sit on the sidelines. More to point out what's right and fewer to show what's wrong. One step further. Do more than exist, live. Do more than touch, feel. Do more than look, observe. Do more than read, absorb. Do more than hear, listen. Do more than listen, understand. Do more than think, reflect. Do more than just talk, say something. Exercise for success. Keep your body fit, keep your heart flexible, keep your mind open, and keep your comfort zone expanding. Persevere every day. Never give up, never give in. Shake off disappointments. Say no to discouragement. Some interesting things when I work with people and coaching. The first thing is really to get people to think better. Help people to see what is really possible in their lives. Thinking rightly with integrity. It's just so important to do these things. You know, there is a map. God's map is there for everybody. You must seek it out. You must find it and then follow it. Refuse to accept the norm and really empowering people. Help people to see what's possible. Changing the way people think. You know, when you look at things that have to change, two people get married, they've been together a while, and they get married. And sometimes in their mind, they think, well, you know, after I get married, I'll change this other person. Wrong thinking. Because other people change in your mind when you change. Change starts with self. Don't ever forget that. When we talk of lifestyle and Nelson's rules, you know, Willie Sutton's law, propensity to consume, the golden rule, the arrival syndrome, use it or lose it. Those human natures can be our own downfall if we do not understand them. Willie Sutton's law, very simple. Willie Sutton was a bank robber. He robbed banks. When they caught him and put him in prison, when he got out, he robbed banks. They caught him, put him in prison. When he got out, he went back to robbing banks again. Somebody asked him one day, Willie, why do you rob banks? He says, that's where the money is. And the question today becomes, who are the biggest bank robbers in society today? Well, I think the number one position would be the IRS. And the number two position would be the financial institutions of the world and the way they operate. Because they only give you so much information. And the information is bland and generic, and it's the same for everybody. Now just think about it for a minute with me. How is the same information going to be good for everybody? Because everybody is different. There are no two people alike. Your eyes separate you. Your fingerprints separate you. There are so many things. Your ear imprint separates you from everybody else. So we are unique. Each of us unique, created in God's image and likeness. If we are, in fact, a creature created by God Himself, why would we think so little of ourselves and so little of our abilities? This use it or lose it thing, that is use it or lose it. You have capabilities inside of you that are immeasurable, but you must learn how to use them. And the scariest of all when we're talking about lifestyles is the propensity to consume. And that is most people's downfall, because propensity to consume and wrong thinking destroy everybody that fits that category. I'll finish today with some information. This is a story of the 9 most moneyed men in the world and the wealth they give you. In the plush Edgewater Beach Hotel in Chicago, a meeting of the world's most moneyed and powerful men took place in 1923. It is reported that they met to collaborate on how to exploit and expand their world dominance. Now listen to me, because this is very relevant to what's going on today in our world. As we think of the one world order, the new world order, what's going on, that they want to create this one world government, and this is being driven today by the billionaires of the world that want to expand their world dominance. These men by occupation were the president of the largest steel company, the president of the largest utility company, the president of the New York Stock Exchange, president of the largest gas company, president of the Bank of International Settlements, the richest grain speculator of all time, the wealthiest speculator on Wall Street, the head of the world's greatest monopoly, and a member of the POTUS cabinet, President of the United States, POTUS. Each of these men was at the zenith of their life and respective vocations. Each had everything that money could buy, and each of them had unbelievable power and position. But remember their meeting. The purpose of their meeting was to exploit and expand their own world dominance. So their focus was on themselves, not on others or what they could do for people. Yet within 25 years, each of them was completely destroyed, shattered, and ruined. The president of the largest steel company died completely bankrupt. President of the largest utility died penniless. The New York Stock Exchange president was just being released from prison. The gas company president was in an insane asylum, a mental basket case. The Bank of International Settlement president committed suicide. The grain speculator died without a penny to his name. The wealthiest Wall Street bear shot himself in the head at age 62, having lost his fame and fortune that he'd amassed just 10 short years earlier. The monopolist died by suicide as well. The cabinet member to the POTUS had just been pardoned from a prison so that he could die at home in dignity. The tragic thing is the name of this had to happen. None of this had to happen. Each of these men had money, all the power, money, and clout to prevent this from happening, and yet they couldn't prevail. See, it's really out there, folks. But really our purpose is to serve other people. My mission is to touch 1 million lives before I graduate with this knowledge. This knowledge is not available in colleges. It is not available in the financial industry. They do not want you to know or understand how money really works. That's where the CFO project comes in, that I wrote about in my book, The Family Money Farm, the CFO project. We are all CFOs at home if we accept that responsibility. God bless. Get my new book, The Family Money Farm, The CFO Project. When you get it, if you get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, send me a note and I will send you a link to the ebook, Financial Mastery Coaching Blueprint. If you go to cfo-project.com, it's up here above on the screen. There it is, right there. Put in your name and email address. You'll get an email with a link to instantly download cover to cover my new book for free. And when you do that, I will send you a link to the new ebook, Financial Mastery Coaching Blueprint. God bless you. I'm praying for you every day. We'll see you here tomorrow again at about 12 noon.